We're here for our weekly men's basketball press conference with head coach Jack Owens. Coach, conference play beginning this week. Before we get into that, how would you assess the team going into the conference through non-conference play?
Well, we're excited for the opportunity. Obviously, we're having 2 home games to start out the conference race, and we finished on a good note with our win on Sunday here at home. So hopefully the guys are excited, and we're looking forward to this opportunity to get the conference race going.
You kept describing your non-conference schedule as a learning opportunity, each and every game and just overall. What do you think is the one thing that you really learned over the course of that schedule?
Well, I think every team presented a different challenge for us. I went through it last week and talked about each team, but at the end of the day, I thought our guys had to follow a certain game plan each and every night, and it was different, and then obviously our last game against Evansville here at home, they presented a challenge just because they started 3 upperclassmen, and they had some older guys who wanted their first road win and everything else, but they were a quality opponent. But like I said, I think each game presented a certain challenge for us, and our guys learned from every experience.
You have other schools getting ready to come back from winter break and start their second semester, but Miami's got almost another month. Do you think that helps you and your guys just focus on basketball for the next 3-4 weeks instead of focusing on their double-digit credit hours?
Yeah, we're using the time wisely. I know guys are getting in the gym, getting extra shots, and obviously we're practicing as much as we can, but we also give them days off so they can rest their bodies. But it's an important time for us because this conference is starting, and it's right here. This is what we worked so hard for, and we want to put ourselves in position at the end of the day to have a chance to win the league, and it starts with us taking one game at a time and just focusing on Central Michigan at this time.
And you did talk about possible distractions after the Evansville game. Are those just minor things, and how worried are you about those continuing going forward?
Yeah, with our team and our program, when you're dealing with young people, we have to eliminate all kinds of distractions. And any time over Christmas break or any holiday break, you want to have them focus on basketball. But I think our guys are there. We had a great practice yesterday, and we have a few more practices before we play Central Michigan. And the guys know what's at stake here. It's time for us to continue to grow, and we played 13 games now, so they definitely know what's expected of them. But I was talking to someone today, when you're playing 6 or 7 underclassmen, freshmen and sophomores, at times there's going to be things that come up and their youth can show up, but we cannot use that excuse. We have to continue to work and get better and follow a game plan and play with confidence and do all the things that we talked about doing over the last 2 months or so.
And switching gears towards Saturday, what kind of challenges does Central Michigan present?
Well, they're a good team. They're 11-2. They have 4 guys scoring in double figures. They're scoring around 88 to 90 points a game. I think that speaks for itself. That's going to present a challenge. They've taken Larry Austin, who's a good player. He's leading them in scoring, averaging around 19 or 20 points, and Roundtree's a good player. But they're a good team. They're a good team, and they're 11-2 for a reason, and they're going to present a challenge for us in transition, dribble containment, and when they play small, they present a lot of problems for different people or different teams when they win small ball, and because they want to get up and down, they want to shoot threes, they're going to press, they're going to do a lot of different things defensively to put you in a bind. They're well coached. Keno does a great job, so it's important for us to be hooked up and ready to go, and do the things that we're working on in practice and have some carryover.
Yeah, you mentioned CMU being 11-2. You've got Buffalo at the top. A couple other teams are already up there record-wise. You're up there record-wise. And you've talked about how the MAC is supposedly the best it's been since the 90s. How excited are you for that challenge, and what do you think that's going to be like this season?
Right, and this is why the guys came. They have the opportunity to play in a league like this, and like you mentioned, Buffalo, Central Michigan, Kent State, Toledo. Ball State. The league is so good. There's never going to be a night off. Like our game on Sunday. If you came to our game or watched that game, there's no way you're walking from that game and saying that wasn't a competitive battle. And I think every night is going to be that way. You can throw out the records. You can do all those things. Like I mentioned with Evansville. They came in 6-6, but they've been close playing on the road, and they play some difficult road games, but they're a good team. And I think every game in our league is going to be that way, where it's going to be a slugfest, it's going to be a battle. You have to be hooked up and ready to go. And we have some really good teams, and they're well coached, and they're very talented teams. So it's important for us to take that next step. Is you got to, first of all, match the intensity. But at the same time, there should be some excitement about playing, in conference and things like that, because you're going to play against some really good teams right out the bat.